Let's get one thing straight. There is not a shortage of desserts on a Disney cruise ship. However, some are very, very much worth calories, and others are such a waste. Well, hey there, Disney Cruisers. So glad you clicked on this video. If you are already a part of our Disney Cruisers family, then smash that like button down below so we all know that you're here. However, if you've been watching these videos for a long time or you just found us and you haven't been able to jump in and click that subscribe button yet, well, consider doing it for this video. That way my videos will show up on your feed and you won't have to search for them. If you have been watching my videos for a while, it is very much not a secret that I love food. And where do I love eating food? On a Disney ship. But I will say that not all food on the Disney ship is like, wow, fabulous, best food I ever ate. No, sometimes there's some duds. And I'm going to talk to you today about the biggest dud that I find on the Disney cruise ships, and the thing that disappoints me when I'm on the ship. Since the Disney cruise is quite fabulous, it's just like being nitpicky, but still it's something that I think Disney Cruise Line could very much improve on. So we're gonna talk today about desserts. There's really only one dessert that I enjoy from the main dining room. Then I have two more desserts that I enjoy from Palo.
But not the dessert that you're thinking of.
Once it's time for dessert, I'm usually pretty full anyway, so I don't really care to have dessert, but that only happened after my very first cruise. On my very first cruise, I was super stoked about dessert. Couldn't wait to see the dessert menu when I was done with my food. So excited. Tried a lot of the desserts. Then from that cruise on, I realized, Ashley, don't get dessert. Get 2 appetizers or 2 entrees or a salad or a soup, or get something else on the menu, because it's okay if you're full for dessert because you don't really like the desserts. So in the beginning, I wasn't too full. I tried them. They weren't spectacular. Now I'd rather eat the other food and spend my calories on things from the main menu. So the first place I'm going to talk about is going to be the desserts at Palo that I actually like. I'm going to start with Palo because not everyone always gets an opportunity to eat at Palo. And then my absolutely top favorite dessert, though, is from the main dining room. So that'll be the one that I talk about third. This might surprise some of you, but my favorite dessert at Palo is not at dinner. My favorite dessert at Palo is not the chocolate souffle. I actually have a problem with the chocolate souffle because I don't like things that aren't cooked all the way. I don't like doughy things or soggy things. And I feel like when they bring out the chocolate souffle and they give you the chocolate sauce and the vanilla type sauce to put on it, with both those sauces or even just one sauce, I don't know, I feel like it's too mushy for me. And so if I don't put any of the sauce on it or just a little bit of the sauce on it, then it's just chocolate. Like, I feel like all it is I'm just eating chocolate. It's just too much chocolate. And I love chocolate. The chocolate souffle is okay, and I would eat it. There's not many other options for dessert that I like at Palo dinner anyways. So yeah, I would eat the chocolate souffle. And when I'm on the ship, I never wake up and say like, woohoo, chocolate souffle day. I never say that. My 2 favorite desserts at Palo are at brunch. So third on my list, I'm ranking down, or I'm ranking up, I guess. I don't know. I'm starting at my 3rd favorite one, then I'll say my 2nd, then my top favorite ultimate dessert that I like on the ship. So number 3 on my list, it's super simple. You're gonna be like, that's not a dessert. But it is a dessert because it's on the dessert table. But I just really like their chocolate covered strawberries. The reason I like their chocolate covered strawberries is because when you go buy chocolate covered strawberries from somewhere, they're like $3 or $4 for one stinking strawberry. But here, there is an entire plate of chocolate covered strawberries with high quality chocolate. Like, you could just grab all of them if you want. They're so delicious. And the strawberries are really good quality strawberries. I've never had an issue with them, and I don't even like strawberries. Like, I don't like strawberry things. I wouldn't just eat a plain strawberry. If it's in a fruit salad, I normally don't eat it, or I eat it last. I don't like how a lot of times it can taste mealy. At Palo Brunch, though, the chocolate covered strawberries are delicious. They're so yummy. And it's mostly fruit, right? So you can eat like a ton and not get fat. My 2nd favorite dessert also comes from Palo Brunch, and it also has fruit on it. So I think that I'm doing okay with the whole balanced meal thing. So this is my 2nd favorite dessert on the ship, but my absolute number 1 favorite dessert at Palo. I don't even know what they're called. No idea. Custard cup with a chocolate thing on it. I don't know what it's called, but it's that. So what it is a little like tiny cup that's a pastry. Like, it's not, I mean, it looks like a pastry, but it's like a shell. It's a pastry shell, but it's like this big. It's round. And then inside of it is custard. I think I don't even know. Maybe it's like a citrusy custard. Maybe it's just vanilla custard, or like, normal like tart custard you'd find in a fruit tart. So it's that. And then on top of it are 2 Mandarin slices, and then the tiniest of tiny little thin chocolate straw, like sticking out, like a shaving, like a chocolate shaving sticking on the top. So good. I didn't even think I would like them. I just got one to try, and I didn't want to look like I was just eating 20 strawberries. So I got one of these as well. I absolutely fell in love with it. It's so good. And in fact, maybe I had too many of them and it was noticeable, because my waiter came over and he said, "Those are really good, aren't they?" Like, I know you've eaten 50 of them. So I was just like, they're so good. So also, way back in the day, I did a secret food video, and on there I mentioned how sometimes they put Palo brunch leftovers in different secret spots around the ship that you can eat for free. And one of the things that I have found are these little Mandarin custard cups. The problem, though, that I don't really like getting them if I see them in a case is because they are leftover. So they don't taste bad. They're fine. They're not like going bad. You can eat them. It's not going to make you sick. But because the custard has been sitting in the little cookie pastry tart shell thing, it gets a little soggy. And if you remember from a couple minutes ago, I said I don't like soggy food. So I don't like that it makes the crunchy pastry cookie part soggy. But it still tastes like the flavors are still there and good. So if you see those somewhere and you're not eating at Palo Brunch and you see these in one of the other cases, then try it because they're delicious. Or just go to Palo Brunch and eat all of them. So if you go to Palo Brunch, make sure you save room for dessert, even though you'll see the dessert area first, so like you'll know what's there. But yeah, so those are my 2 favorites at Palo Brunch. Now for my ultimate number 1 favorite dessert on the ship. The only dessert I get. I do not order dessert in the main dining rooms anymore. Like, at all. I'm not just saying that. I don't. I fill up on all the food from the rest of the menu. There's always one type of ice cream sundae. They're okay. I mean, it's fine. It's an ice cream sundae. The cookie one is actually okay. It's not bad. But it's just cookies and ice cream and whipped cream. Like, I can eat that anywhere. So I'd rather save room in my tummy for the things that I can't always get. So I order more off the main menu than just an ice cream sundae. But the ice cream sundaes are not bad. You also can get Mickey bars in the main dining room for free if you like them. I actually don't really like Mickey ice cream bars. I like the Mickey ice cream sandwiches, and I really wish they had those on the ship, but I'm just not into the ice cream bars. In fact, pretty sure when we go, nobody in my family ever orders a Mickey bar. I know, that's bad, but we don't. My favorite thing, you can find this at Royal Court, Royal Palace, Triton's, and Lumiere's. This is where you get this. It's not a pirate menu. It's not a see you real soon menu. It's on the main menu at those 4 main dining rooms, and it is the Grand Marnier Souffl. I know, I just said I don't really care for the chocolate souffle at Palo, but this one is different. It's because, I don't know, it's got a different flavor. Like the souffle is a vanilla-based souffle with a Grand Marnier in it, but then they also have a Grand Marnier glaze that goes with it. So it's not like a syrup, it's more of a glaze. So it's thicker, so it's not as runny and doesn't make the souffle as mushy. I actually, my very first cruise, did not even order it because I didn't think that I would like souffles. But our waitress brought us just one and put it in the middle of our table and said, "You guys have to try this, so eat it." So all 4 of us, my 2 girls, my husband and I, we got our spoon and ate like a part of it, and I couldn't believe that my kids liked it because it kind of has like an orangey flavor. They loved it, so we got more. That is something that I'll wake up in the morning and get excited about, is that Grand Marnier souffle. And because it's in the main dining room, they make them, so like when you go to Palo and get the souffle, you have to tell them ahead of time because it takes like 40 minutes to make. But here in the main dining room, you can just order it. So even if you don't really want this, or there's something else on the menu that night that you just really want for dessert, at least order this souffle so you can try a little bit of it. Those are my top 3 desserts. Not just top 3, those are the only desserts I eat on the entire ship. And it's not so I don't get fat or have too much sugar. It really is because I don't think that most of the desserts on there are worth the space in my tummy. If you've been on a ship before, comment below. What is your opinion on the desserts? I think it's something that Disney could work on. Super grateful that you clicked on this video to find out about my favorite desserts. Stick around and check out some more videos on my channel. Binge watch them, or if you're all caught up, then make sure you subscribe so you get the next notification for my next video in a couple days. Check you later, cruisers. Bye!